I've never gotten into doing drugs, never gotten into being high. I've never been drunk in my life. I've seen what this community can do to people. I've seen young people who have come and gone so quickly in this community. I've been to clubs with different people, some who I thought were my friends, and I've just never gone into drinking. I've never been drunk in my life. I've never been high in my life. But I've seen how people come down and they get chewed up and spit out. And in a couple of years, when they're no longer needed, wanted, they get spit out and they look 20 years older than their actual age, which is really sad. And as much as I had my fun with different guys, I just never gotten into being drunk, never gotten into being high. I've been in clubs where guys want to buy me things, and I'm like, no, 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 I don't drink. And they look at me strange, like, what do you mean you don't drink? No, I don't drink. And I've never been high. And people think it's weird when I say that I've never been high and I've never been drunk. And they think because I had my fun with guys that I must be into being high and being drunk. But no, no. I see what that can do. And I've made my choice on who I decide to have fun with. I don't let anyone try to pass me around. I decide who I want and go for who I want and decide when I want to end things. I've seen how some of the most, even some of the most beautiful guys who just come down and in a couple of years, they don't even look like the same person because they got so wrapped up in the lifestyle in this community, and they get treated like meats, and they get into the alcohol and the drugs, and then they just get used up, and in a couple of years they're gone. I've seen so many guys have come and gone. So many people come and gone since I've been coming, being part of the LGBT community since I was 13 years old. I've seen all the different things that have happened. I've seen really older guys with, really young. So it's this community. A lot of things don't get talked about, and how also people get used up, chewed up, and spit out, and how they look. I've passed guys in the street that, came into the community, and I'm passing them on the street and I'm like, wow, that person has aged like 20 years. And a lot of them are even younger than me, and they've aged so rapidly because they get so caught up in the lifestyle and the partying and the drinking and everything else, and they get used up, and some of them get passed around, and I've I never let myself get caught up in that. I've never let anyone pass me around, never gone into none of that. And I'm very grateful that I never got caught up in that lifestyle. And I feel sorry for those who had and have got caught up in that, and they can't see their way out. And the ones that did get out, and trying to survive, that, this community. And, there's some great things, but there's also some dark things that are part of the community that a lot of people don't really talk about.